and good evening. This is Eric Winstone from London. The start of Something Big, played by the Winstone Orchestra. And tonight, Something Big is undoubtedly our star guest of the show. So welcome, Bruce Forsyth.
I'm not one for preaching a sermon, but I've got something to say. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. There are mountains and hillsides enough to climb. There are oceans and rivers enough to cross, enough to last till the end of time. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. don't need another meadow. There are cornfields and wheat fields enough to grow. Yes, there are sunbeams, moonbeams enough to shine. Oh, listen, Lord, if you want to know. We need love. We need love. That's the only thing that there's just too little of. We need love. We need love. No, not just for some, but for everyone. Everyone. Lots and lots and lots of love for everyone. Give us love.
Bruce tells me this is the first time he's sung on radio for years. So we had the studio full of television cameras just to make him feel at home. Now, when you hear the chime, it's Roy Marsh time. Roy Marsh playing one of his own compositions on the vibraphone. He calls it Swat, and why not? By the way, a few years ago I had a show on radio similar to this called Monday Night Melody, and this program was the start of a very young lady now famous both in this country and in America. So may I say welcome back to the Winstone Orchestra, Rosemary Squires.
Spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Lie me
Rosemary Squires, Flying Us to the Moon. I'll buy that. And again tonight, that special feature for the brass section, the Sounds of Brass. And led by Fiery Fred, here is Languido. Languido, 3 trumpets and 3 trombones. Now making way for our star guest again, Bruce Forsyth.
I'll be down to get you in a taxi, honey. You better be ready about 8:30. Oh, dearie, don't you be late. I wanna be there when the band starts playing Firefly. 'Cause oh my, she radiates moon glow. I wants none of that noon glow. She starts to glitter when the sun goes down about 8 p.m. It's mayhem. She switches the brights up, lights up and gives me a call. Hey, take me to the Firefly ball. And when I get her there, said her there too, I get to pet her there and grab me some glow. No, she's the kind about mad about luring and brat about, while leaving me moaning low. Oh, Firefly, why can't I latch on to you? Know how? Oh, how I love you, but gee, why you set the night on Firefly? Shine a little light on me. little fella there and grab me some glow. No, she's the gadabout, mad about, luring every lad about, while leaving me moaning low. Firefly, why can't I latch on to you? Know how, oh how I love you, but gee, why'd you set the night on firefly? Shine a little light on, shine a little light on, shine a little light on me. Every evening when the sun goes down.
I'd like you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that I did bring 2 piano arrangements with me today, but then when I got here, I found out I wasn't allowed to play the piano, because he's doing it. So I said, well, look, would you mind if I introduced your piano spot? And he said, no, go ahead. So I'd like to dedicate Eric's contribution to the programme to the pub in Totteridge Lane. I go there now and again when I'm thirsty. In fact, I sleep there sometimes. It's the Cherry Tree in Totteridge Lane, and the number that Eric is going to play is September Song.
Such a lovely bride. You'd agree if you could peep in that her beauty comes from deep inside. Happy is the blushing bride. Ding dong ding, hear the church bells ring. What a wonderful day is dawning. Ding dong ding, hear the church bells ring. For a wedding is planned this foot the bill. And Mama's feeling rather nervous, but happy is the bride. Starry-eyed and bright's a button. Now she's got the whole thing cut and dry. Happy is the bride, while the groom tries hard disguising that he's full of butterflies inside. Mama hides a tear. Has a little dear been told enough? Is her little darling old enough? Is the champagne cold enough? Such a lovely bride. You'd agree if you could peep in that her beauty comes from deep inside. Happy is the blushing bride.
Happy the Bride, with Rosemary Squires making everyone in the studio feel just the same. And speaking of star guests, how's this for a special scoop for all jazz fans? Tonight I'm proud to present one of the all-time greats. As Louis Armstrong is to the trumpet, Benny Goodman to the clarinet, tonight we welcome Stefan Grappelli and his violin. Oh, that was wonderful. Thank you, Stefan. Now, okay, fellas, after that, I think we should take 5 minutes off and I'll spin a disc. Here's another recording of a famous singer who did an audition for me at Blackpool and started with my orchestra the same night. The voice is famous on radio, and I'll give you a clue. Think of the Northern Dance Orchestra.
Just a boy and girl attraction, nothing real. But how are they to know how close two hearts can grow? It's only those in love who understand. Let them say it's fascination. Time will show that there is more to this sensation than they know. For every kiss reveals that this is something rare. Call it only fascination, we don't care. Let them say it's fascination. Time will show that there is more to this sensation than they know. For every kiss reveals that this is something rare. Call it only fascination.